World coming at you with another video. Now this video, I already did the showcasing. I actually just got out of the lobby playing with a few of my friends, and they were all fucking, loving the black sky rigs and shit, and the fucking black sky guns and everything, and so I was like, they're asking me how to do some of the challenges, and the other day actually, a couple of my subscribers asked me, to put up a tutorial, and I'm so sorry, I'm just now getting around to doing this. I forget who it was, but I'll look at the video the other day of who was asking me how to do this. But I'm actually going to go through how I did it. Now, it's not the best way, but it's just the way I know how to do it. And I don't know. I just found that these ways worked best for me, and that's just kind of how I did that. So, anyways, we're going to start out with, we'll just go through the heads. Now, the heads really, actually, they're not anything special. You just, 200 kills, 400 kills, 50 double kills, kill 3 fighter, or so we'll go through the first one. So, the EDI, 200 kills, Titan, 400 kills, Planetary Defense head, 50 double kills while using combat rig. Mars, kill 3 enemies without dying while using the Warfighter combat rig. You'll get most of these without even trying, to be honest. Activate a Warfighter combat rig, payload 60 times. Swamp work, kill 3 enemies without dying while using the Warfighter combat rig 30 times. Urban, get 100 double kills while using the Warfighter combat rig. So once you kind of go through that, it's pretty much simple from there. You'll get the the gold. You have to earn the gold head and body camo. So yeah, and then this one is earn the diamond camo for all rigs, then earn the solar camo, get 5 kills with each rig in a single match, which means 30 kills between every single rig. I'll go through the body next. The body, the body was not so bad, but once again, I have different play styles, so I kind of went about this approach a little bit differently. Earned 500 kills with single combat focus activation 25 times. Earned 500 score with single combat focus activation times 25 times. So basically, when I did this, what I was running is the hard point, I believe, is the perk. Let me see one sec. Give me one sec, guys. Hardline. There we go. I was running hardline, and then I would begin my thing. I knew where a few people were. I could hear them. I could see them. I knew that they were coming over a bridge. I know that they were all camped out in a room. So I would pop this off, throw a grenade in there if I needed to, or just go in there spraying with a shotgun and take out a few people. Now, the reason I ran hardline is just so that I could get so that my points would activate higher. So if I got a kill, instead of 75 points, it'd be 100 points. I would run my my UAV, my drone package. So by the time I got the drone package, I knew I had achieved my 500 score activation. And then I would run counter UAV, so I know if I got to the counter UAV, then I had unlocked it that one time. So the Titan body, kill 2 enemies with a single overdrive activation 10 times. Now this one wasn't so bad. This one wasn't so bad because, it's just kind of something as you're playing, as you're rushing around, especially in domination, you're going to get these left and right. You won't even, especially in domination, because you hear someone's camping on B, fuck yeah, you go in there. And EDI, this one, the combat focus activation, it's a really good one to do on domination, because then someone's there. You don't have to fucking guess. And the one thing to consider, when someone is playing domination and they're capturing your flag, the slower it goes up means the less amount of people that are in there. The faster it goes up means the more amount of people are in the fucking B flag or C flag or A flag or whatever respective flag they're trying to capture. So then you can gauge on how to approach it. If there's one person, yeah, you might be able to getting, a good jump shot. The second, if there's a bunch of people, you might want to get as high as you can, jump, and just like start spraying at them when you're really fucking high in the air. Always approach these tactics with, with a lot of grace and tact. You don't want to fucking rush in and get your ass taken out, and then they're going to capture it because they killed you. So just keep that in mind, guys. Um, yeah, we'll go on to the next body. It is Planetary Defense. Kill 2 enemies with a single overdrive activation 25 times. Once again, uh, Domination's going to be your friend with this. Planetary Defense. Kill 2 enemies. Sorry guys, one sec. How you doing, Spencer Gaming? Yeah, I love Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Well, good for you, man. Well, anyways, guys, yeah, so getting back to it. So the urban camo, get 30 double kills while using the ping trait. This is something that you'll just get. The ping trait, every time you get a kill, whether you're in core, when you're in core mode, if you're in hardcore and they have a UAV up, then you didn't even try for, and I got it. It was one of the first camos I unlocked. 50 kills while using 50 kills with lethal equipment while using the resupply trait. This is just something you just have to have the trait on, and as long as you're getting kills with your grenades, you got it. So once again, I did a ton of these in Domination, mainly because the fact that I knew there was someone there. So if I chucked a grenade on B, I would definitely get a kill. Plasmas really worked for spreading out over time, and clusters really worked for me. And TARs. TARs did really good. So moving on to Sandstorm. Get 100 kills with lethal equipment while using the resupply trait. It's the same thing as Mars. You'll get that done no time. Swamp Work. Get 60 double kills while using the ping trait. Now actually, I kind of wonder. One sec. Yeah, so for some reason they kind of got the order mixed up. Okay, so this is just the same thing. Just run ping until you get these. I would do every single challenge until I got it. And gold. Once you get all these things done, you'll get gold. Earn the gold head and gold body to get diamond for this bad boy. And then you have to earn diamond for all rigs. And then eventually you get to be the badass in fucking Black Sky. So that is our Warfighter rig. Now we're going to move on to Merc. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Now moving on to Merc. Okay, now this guy, his challenges basically same thing. The head challenges are, I believe, are all the same. 200 kills, 400 kills, easy peasy. Titan, 50 double kills, 100 double kills for Titan and Bunker. Turtle, 3 kills without dying 60 times. EOD, activate a Merc combat rig, payload 60 times. Sandstone, kill 3 enemies without dying while using the Merc combat rig 30 times. And Gold. Gold, you just have to get all the rig head challenges done, which most of you probably already have this done. Eventually you get the Diamond, then you get Solar, then you have to do the Diamond, the Black Sky challenge for that. So going up to Stable, absorb 2,000 damage with reactive armor. This one is just as soon as you pop your reactive armor, you just have to you'll get this as you play with reactive armor, so it's not something that you have to try for. When you're playing with reactive armor, you're going into Capture B, or you're going into a room that you know is heavily fortified with a bunch of campers. You'll probably get this. You'll probably be able to take them out too, get those double kills with the head challenges activated. Anyways, moving on to Oakwood. Absorb 4,000 damage with reactive armor. Once again, as you're playing, you'll get these, so don't stress on it too much. These ones I did live. I did a bunch of these live. I put a bunch of them up. This is probably some of the harder challenges in the game as far as rigs go. Although, I found the best place. This is how I did it. I played core mode. In hardcore, it's just too easy to kill you, But the map that you really want to focus for this one, Titan and EOD, you want to be in Precinct. Precinct is going to be your best friend. There is a spot when you're along the kitty statue. You run in that back door. You're inside of the orange room, and then when you go to the very front of the room, there's going to be a place where there are steps. There's always people rushing up there, and that, my friends, right there is a spot where you fucking want it. That is your sweet spot. That is, that's a place where you want to go. So as soon as you round that corner, activate it. Okay, round that corner, activate it, and you'll get a ton of these done. I did like 2 or 3 in one fucking. And once again, when you're doing these challenges, whenever you see Hyper Team Deathmatch up, I don't care if you're a hardcore player or not a hardcore player. Go get these challenges done, and it'll be in core mode. Slap a shotgun on. The Rack 9 Lance is a wicked gun. There's a few other really good guns that are one hits that you can rack up a lot of points and activate your thing that much faster. Put on overclock when you're in Hyper Team Deathmatch, and you'll be getting your rig payload left and right. But that's where I did this. And actually, the 10th one I broadcasted live, and I got a triple kill bull charge. It was fucking sick. I was stoked as hell. I couldn't believe I did that shit live. But yeah, Titan and EOD and Precinct. Precinct, when you enter the kitty statue in the back room, go to the front, but before you like round that corner, activate it, and then run down the steps. And I guarantee you'll be taking out people left and right. It's a little bit hard to steer. It's like steering a boat in sand. And I know that's a weird metaphor, but you'll see what I mean. It's a bitch to steer. But follow those tactics, guys, and I guarantee you'll get this. Moving on to Bunker now. Get 5 ground slam kills while using the shockwave trait. This one is just fun. It's not something you're going to be beasting out. You can just run around. I ran around in hardcore, and as soon as I saw some dude that was running away from me, he didn't see me, I would just jump up and boom, just ground slam him. I mean, it's a less cooler version of the gravity spikes from Black Ops 3, but it's still a lot of fun to use. And it's actually a move that they had from Advanced Warfare as well. It was just like the boost jump slam, or I don't know what the hell it was called. Anyways, moving on to Sandstone. Regenerate to full health 50 times while using the infusion trait. This one you'll just want to be in core mode. You just have to have the infusion trait on there. You get shot, lay down for a few seconds, and then your health will regenerate. Once again, you won't even have to really try to do this. You'll probably just get this not even knowing it. Turtle now. Regenerate to full health 25 times while using the infusion trait. I think they really got these things backwards. Because usually the turtle should be before the sandstone, because, sandstone is what you unlock later. Anyways. And then you'll get gold. Obtain all other camos for this body. Then you'll get diamond once you get everything for the head and body. Solar, and then be able to look like a total badass. So then moving on to Synaptic. Now here is, once again, we'll just go through these just to, I guess, keep the whole theme going. 400 kills. 400 kills. Market. Kill 3 enemies without dying. Using Synaptic 30 times. Crowd control. Activate a Synaptic rig payload 60 times. And something when you're doing these challenges, I guess this is something I would advise you guys to do. A rig payload is, it's going to be your Reaper. It's going to be your, what is it? Let me see. So it's going to be your Equalizer, your Rewind, or your Reaper. Run Rewind, because you'll get that particular challenge done, because Rewind, regenerates so much faster than the Equalizer or your Reaper. It's just, you kind of want to think about that when you're doing these challenges. So just kind of keep that in mind, and we'll go back to where we're at head. There we go. But honestly, you only have to do that because as you're playing with Synaptic, you'll be getting these things left and right. You'll have this head done so fast. And the same thing with Enviro. It's just so kill 3 enemies without dying while using a Synaptic combat rig 60 times. Once again, you'll just be getting these things as you play. Landshark, kill 200 enemies with a Synaptic rig. Swamp Work, 50 double kills with Synaptic. Military Spec, 100 double kills with Synaptic. And then you'll get gold, which looks pretty fucking cool. I like it a lot. And then you'll get the Diamond, which doesn't look as good. Solar is not too bad, but Black Sky, you just There's no arguing about it. It just looks the best. Moving on to his bodies, ruggedized. Now I have a few tips and tricks on how to do this. So activate rewind while damaged 50 times. I think there might be. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, and Landshark. So I knew there was two. So Ruggedized and Landshark. Okay, so basically, when you're doing this, I actually did this in hardcore. What I would do, and it's a minor exploit. I don't know if they're going to patch this. Maybe I should just put this in the little things. Call of Duty, this needs to be patched. Please don't give me a copyright strike. Anyways, moving on. So what I did was I hopped in hardcore. As soon as I would put on my, obviously I did a permanent unlock on, oh yeah, this is just kind of a little tip for you guys who are trying to do this. Do a permanent unlock on overclock. Use one of your little, permanent unlock tokens and do this. It'll pay off in the end. I guarantee it. So anyways, getting back to the body. So what you do is in hardcore, as soon as you get your rewind active, wait for an enemy or for a teammate to pass by you and shoot them in the foot with a pistol. Something that won't kill them. Don't shoot them in the face with a shotgun. Don't send a rocket in their face. You'll die. But anyways, if you shoot them in the foot with a pistol, you'll get a tiny bit of damage, but then you hit rewind and boom, you got one of these done. I literally did this in like several matches. It was so easy. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. It's just something that will definitely help you guys. And then how you doing, Lee CG? Thanks so much for tuning in. I was just putting up this Black Sky Rig how-to video. Then moving on to market. Kill 4 enemies with a single Reaper activation. There is its big brother. Let's see. Swamp Work, yes. So market and Swamp Work were for me some of the hardest challenges in the game, and since they actually took down the map because they're trying to fix all the bugs in it right now, it's going to be that much harder. But this is how I did it. I did it live, and I'll put up the videos of my 4 pieces. I think there's a few others where so anyways, in the map Genesis, there's a part where you're in the central room where B flag is, and then you run in the back. And then on the opposite side, when you're coming out, there's 2 sets of steps, one on the left, one on the right. And they run up. Usually there's a bunch of campers there, and they're waiting for you to, run out there so they can snipe you or so they can, shoot you with their NV4s, flatlines, whatever. But that's actually the spot where you want. But instead of running around, there's a pillar when you run out the back door, and you can kind of go to the right of it and jump around it. That's actually where you're going to want to do. But here's the tactic that I use, and this is what I found worked perfect for me. The smoke grenades. So what I would do is I would chuck one grenade out there in the middle of their little thing. I would run around the pillar, chuck another grenade. I would jump over that, and then as I'm jumping, I would activate my Reaper. I would hit my thermal mode on because then that highlights everybody, and then you just go to town on them. That's what I did, and that's what worked for me. I was able to do this actually pretty fucking easy. And once again, Hyper Team Deathmatch is going to be your best friend, especially with this challenge. Yeah, market is definitely hard, Lee CG. I agree with you, man. That is definitely, this is the one that really gave me a lot of trouble. And the other map is Precinct in the exact same spot where I informed you guys about the double bull charge kills for our man Merc. Getting his double bull charge kills within that same spot. Enter in by the kitty statue, go in the back door, in that orange room, chuck a smoke grenade right in front of their spot, and then chuck one down the stairs, and then activate it, and then watch your right. As soon as you walk into that room, there's another spot where there's a bunch of people by the vans, and then in front of you, there's going to be people coming down the stairs. You can get a lot of kills by using this simple tactic, and that's just something to keep in mind when you're doing these challenges, because Market and Swamp Work are probably some of the hardest challenges next to... Actually, I think probably as far as rig payloads, it's definitely their top 3. I would rate it as top 2. Maybe actually number 1. I would probably even say number 1. The bull charge kills I would definitely say are number 3 hardest. I'll show you what the number 1 hardest is later. And that was just for me. So anyways, we'll go into crowd control. Activate the rush down trait 200 times. As you're playing, you'll do this every time your rush down is active. Hit your R3, that's your little right toggle switch. Just hit it and you'll rush forward. It's a pretty nice ability. Enviro, activate the rush down trait 400 times. You know, and to be honest, I love this body. I really wish that they had put this style body with the black sky camo all over it, because I can only imagine what that would look like. But I don't know, whatever. They did this crummy ass body, but it's okay. I don't know what they were thinking, but whatever. I'm not the makers of this game. So anyways, moving on to military spec. Kill 5 enemies with the improved thrusters while using the propulsion trait. This is another thing. Play it in hardcore. It'll be that much easier. I explained the thing how I did in hardcore with the Merc with his ground slam. This is the exact same thing. As soon as I saw someone who couldn't see me, or as soon as I got into really close engagement, I would just hit double jump, and I got these in literally one map. I mean, I actually, you can type in squirrel with a gun, military spec, and you'll see me getting this. I did 5 of them in one match. It was so much fun. And to be honest, you can hear them rage bitching about this because they're like, what happened? You didn't even use a gun. It's fucking awesome. Squirrely beast. It's awesome. Anyways, moving on to Landshark. Activate, rewind while damaged 25 times. Once again, this goes back to the ruggedized. Once again, it's just played in hardcore. It has to be in hardcore to exploit the glitch that Call of Duty may need to patch. You're in hardcore, you shoot an enemy in the foot with a low damage weapon, and then you hit rewind, and that counts. That's how I did it. So anyways, I know it's kind of a pain in the ass, but that's just how I did it. So anyways, we'll go on to our man FTL. We're going to go to Quicksand, kill 200 enemies with the FTL rig. Forest, get 50 double kills with FTL. Infiltrator, get 100 double kills with FTL. Military spec, 400 kills with FTL. High impact, kill 3 enemies without dying with FTL. Beta, kill 3 enemies 60 times with FTL. Bushwhack, activate a FTL combat rig 60 times. You'll be getting these as you play FTL, and then you'll go on to get gold, which I kind of don't like as much. The diamond doesn't look bad. Solar I actually kind of almost prefer over black sky, just because the black, it's too dark with this, so everything kind of blends in. I actually think solar looks way cooler. Actually, I'll put that up for you guys. Like, solar looks way more insane with this, just because it's more transparent. But anyways, guys, getting back to our things. So going through the body challenges. Quicksand, get 25 melee kills shortly after using the FTL jump. Now, this is something that, if you guys are going for black sky, either combat knife or axe, I have both. The combat axe, or the combat knife, was like the 4th gun I got to gold. This is something you could use these in harmony to try to get like these double kills, because you actually have to get back kills, behind kills with the combat knife. So as you're going through this, it's just something to consider. High impact, get 50 melee kills shortly after using the FTL jump. You actually don't need to go get from behind kills, but if you do it that way, all you have to do is your FTL jump and then slice someone in the face. I found combat knife worked perfectly, especially because if you hit them in the face sometimes, like, it just stuns them or something like that. I don't know how it works. Anyways, Forest. Use the power slide trait, kill an enemy while sliding, and ADS 25 times. Hardcore is going to be your best friend. Put on something that is high spray like a shotgun, and then round those corners and pray you get a few. That's just how I did it. If I knew someone was in there, and that's just how I would do it. I would throw a jammer grenade, and if I got a hit marker response, I would go in there sliding and doing, and getting these these sliding ADS kills. You have to be ADS or it does not count. So, anyways, keep that in mind. I did mine with shotguns and SMGs. I did not find much luck with ARs, just to be honest. So, Infiltrator. Same thing. You have to just slide and go ADS 50 times to get 50 kills. It's kind of a pain in the ass. And once you think you've done it, you actually didn't do it. It's really tricky, but that's just how I found to do it. You have to make sure you're ADS while you're getting that kill. Beta. Kill an enemy who triggered your perception trait 25 times. Now I'm actually have to take a look and see what the hell perception is. Your HUD pulses yellow. Okay, so it's whenever you're that a person that you don't see sees you, and then your HUD, the outside of your screen will pulse yellow, and then just kind of get a quick look around. To be honest, you'll probably get this without even trying, just as you're playing, just because, especially with these close range engagements, they're not always going to win the fight, even if they see you before the first time you see them. So just play this, and I guarantee you'll get it when you're playing with that. But keep that in mind whenever your HUD does pulse yellow, that there is someone looking at you right now, and they might be trying to line up a headshot, so you might have a few seconds on them to get that shot off. So anyways, Bushwhack, activate phase shift while damaged 50 times. Now this is exactly like Synaptic's rewind challenges, where you have to get where you have to damage someone. So play in hardcore, shoot someone in the foot with a low damage weapon such as a pistol, and then you'll get this. Military Spec is the same thing. Bushwhack and Military Spec are the same thing. You just have to do the activate phase shift while damaged 25 times, and you'll get this no problem. So yeah, and then you'll get gold, and then you'll get diamond, which doesn't really look that good because FTL has so much crap on him. Solar, once again, looks way better. And then Black Sky. Yep. And then the Black Sky, once again, you just have to get 5 kills with every single rig in one game. It does not count if you do it on domination. Keep that in mind. Does not count if you do it on domination. It has to be one fucking thing. I found the best way to do this was in FTL. I was in Kill Confirmed, and I actually asked a lot of the people I was playing with in the lobbies, hey, do you mind, not collecting tags as much? It prolongs the game. If you have a bunch of PlayStation friends that are willing to help you on this, and you guys are all trying to get Black Sky rigs, say, hey, this is something, that works really well. I heard it from Squirrel with a Gun, and then just, say, let's just play Kill Confirmed. Don't collect tags as much. Even if they win, it's okay. It's not like the end of the world. And then you'll get this in no time. So moving on, we are now close to getting done with our video. We're going to go to our man Striker. So utility, 200 kills with Striker. Danger, 400 kills with Striker, which I actually really like this face. I don't know why. Europa, get 50 double kills with Striker. Brush, get 100 double kills with Striker. Fieldwork, kill 3 enemies 30 times with Striker. Asteroid, kill 3 enemies without dying with Strikers. And then Engineer, activate a Striker combat rig, payload 60 times. You'll get this as you play with Striker. It's going to be so easy. Don't even bother trying for this. You'll just get it. And then you get gold, and you'll do your diamond, and then, you get your diamond once you get your gold head and gold body. And then, once you earn diamond for every single rig, you'll get solar, and then you'll be a badass, and then you do the head. And actually, I like his head the most because it has, like, the most, it's the brightest. It kind of looks really cool. It's like, I don't know, right around his crotch. Right around his crotch and right around his head is the brightest, so it looks pretty cool. The shoulder pads don't really reflect it as much. I mean, I don't know. I think they could have definitely... See, there's some parts when the Black Sky comes through and it actually looks pretty sick. Like, see, right now he looks totally badass. I don't know. Anyways, moving on to the bodies. So we'll go with utility. Kill 2 enemies with a single gravity vortex shot 10 times. Domination, once again, is going to be your best friend, because you know if that B flag is getting captured very quickly, that means there's a lot of people on it. So throw a smoke grenade out, throw a stun grenade out, do a jump shot, put that right in the center of B, and I guarantee you'll be getting it left and right. Danger, kill 2 enemies with a single gravity vortex shot 25 times. Same thing. Domination was my best friend, and so was Hyper Team Deathmatch. Just because I was getting these things left and right, and if I knew a bunch of people were clustered in a room, I would just send both shots in there, and that's how I did that. Europa, kill 2 enemies with a single micro turret 25 times. This one, actually, I didn't have too much hard times in core mode doing it for some reason. Hardcore I got a lot, but core mode was actually where I got most of these done at. And once again, in Hyper Team Deathmatch, this is where I pretty much finished all my challenges, the ones that I knew were going to be hard. Engineer, kill 50 enemies who have been pinged by your relay trait. Now your relay trait, I'll explain this real quick. Relay. Placed equipment will alert the player of nearby enemies on the minimap. Thrown equipment will paint enemy targets upon detonation. Okay, so core mode's going to be your best friend with this one. You can do it in hardcore, it doesn't matter. I did probably half of these in core, half of these in hardcore. So with your C4s, your cryo mines, your oh my god, I don't even know what the hell to call it at this moment. I've been doing this video too long now. Your trip mines. You know, all these mines that can be placed. Even your, I think your trophy system might even activate it as well. And your dome shield might too. I kind of forget if those did. But anyway, so whenever this, like your, we'll say your cryo mine, whenever your cryo mine, it will alert them, it'll paint them, like, so say it detonates your cryo mine, they'll actually turn red, and then you'll be able to see them, and it's pretty nice. Your C4, it'll kind of like beep at you, and then you'll know someone's at your flank, and then you can turn around and then kill them, and then you get the points. You get the another point towards your engineer. Towards your engineer body. Brush, kill 75 enemies with planted equipment while using the hardened trait. Kill confirmed is going to be your best friend with this. Mainly because what you're going to want to do, say if you're going to camp out in a room where you're going to kind of control an area, get a couple C4. And C4 is what you want. You don't want trip mines. And so as soon as they go to collect your tag, give it at least 1 to 2 seconds, somewhere like within that time. So if they're running up a set of stairs and they shot you, but you know at that point that they didn't shoot up the stairs, or if they weren't all the way up the stairs, just give them like a second and a half to get up to the top, and then hit square twice, and then you'll activate both of your C4s. And I guarantee you, have a headset in, because you are going to laugh so hard. People are going to be rage quitting left and right. People are going to be bitching out, calling you a cheater, a hacker. Oh my god, is it funny. It's seriously one of the most hilarious things. I was busting out laughing. I felt so dirty and ruthless just for using this perk. And it's honestly, it's so fun to use this perk. I really gotta say, I love this perk. It's one of my favorite perks to use. And I always use it in sync with with C4s, just because C4s are so fucking deadly in this. I mean, the blast radius is huge. The damage is always, you ain't gonna be getting hit markers with this thing. I've gotten hit markers with clusters, tars, those one floating fucking grenades that, go outwards. Anyways. So, Asteroid, kill 100 enemies who have been pinged by a relay trait. That is the same as the utility somewhere. Where is that? Alright, same as engineer. You'll be getting these as you play. Once again, anything that you lay down, your and you know, actually, I even wonder. I think the Centurion actually counts towards this as well. I want to say the Centurion counts towards this as well. I haven't actually confirmed this, but it's just something to consider. I'm pretty certain any sort of laid, uh, um, yeah, placed equipment. Yeah, placed equipment, and that counts as equipment. So I believe it will. But just in case that I am wrong, just go with your cryos, go with your C4s. And C4s, even if you see them, as soon as you get that kill, as soon as you activate that C4, that actually counts towards your kills. So he's getting back into it. Let's see, we are Asteroid. Field work. Kill 2 enemies with a single micro turret 25 or 50 times. There's actually a map called Throwback. At the very right of the map, there is a bridge with a bus on top of it. To the right, there's a place where you can kind of camp out in and lay down. What you're going to want to do is get on top of the buses, towards the front of the buses, closer to the inside of that particular inner area. You're not going to want to jump down to the ground, but you're going to want to place your micro turret right there and kind of, and this is what I did, just because I kind of found a lot of people would avoid it and, you know, avoid the micro turret or snipe it. What I would do is I kind of baited myself. I know, once again, if you guys are into KDs and keeping your KD all nice and pretty, like, you know, don't do what I'm about to suggest. But people are going to shoot you versus shooting your little micro turret. That actually might be just enough. So what I did was I jumped like a crazy lunatic around there. And then, you know, and my micro turret would clean up these people who weren't running blind eyes. So that's just how I did it. You know, once again, you guys have different tactics, so please go ahead. If you guys find a better video on what to utilize, go right ahead. Please use it. Gold, obtain all camos for this body. Diamond, earn the gold head and body camo. Solar looks really badass, and black sky looks obviously just the best, especially with him because he has a lot of nice areas like where it really gets highlighted. The shoulders I find for some reason remain black a lot of the time, but whatever, it's okay. And then we're on to the last one. Now this actually has the hardest, the second hardest challenge in the game, I would say, as far as getting black sky, and I'll get to that, and I'll tell you how I did it. So we'll just start with the normal ones. Granite, 200 kills with Phantom. Tundra, 400 kills with Phantom. Multicam, 50 double kills with Phantom. Europa, 100 double kills with Phantom. Mantis, kill 3 enemies without dying with Phantom 30 times. Sand Dune, 3 enemies without dying with Phantom 60 times. Wildwood, activate a Phantom combat rig payload 60 times. You know, that's your pulsar, that's your ballista, that is your active camo. Active camo has the fastest charge time, especially with overclock, so that's something that I would suggest if I were you guys. Pulsar is just right behind it. Ballista takes a little bit more. So keep that in mind when you're doing the last head challenges and activating the payloads. If you're trying to get it done faster, you know, you utilize the lower charged non-weapon based payloads. Anyways, gold. Obtain all other camos for this rig. Sorry guys, just woke up a little bit ago, so I'm still kind of waking up. Earn the gold head and body. And actually, I think that looks really cool because you notice it. And we'll actually do a quick thing of that. Look at that. Like, even in those little spikes on his back, you can really notice it. This one, actually, I kind of think that this particular one looks probably the best in it. This particular rig looks the best in these two particular camos. Even gold looks really sick. Just because, like, those little spikes, those little porcupine spikes just kind of really accent it. Even with black sky, it kind of looks okay, but you can notice the purples and the blues and the blacks in it. But anyways, getting back into it, yeah, you'll activate that, and then you go on. Now I'm going to save this challenge for last just because it's the biggest pain in the ass. Probably it's the second hardest challenge I've found in the game for me. So I'm going to go in reverse. Wildwood. 25 kills. Kill 25 enemies after they damage your rear guard shield. So, this one you'll probably get as you're playing with rear guard, but as soon as you see that alert that someone's shooting you, but you're not actually getting hurt by it, where you get the little blood rings right around the edge of your HUD, turn around and just lay them low. Do a jump shot, turn around and lay them low, because that means they're shooting at your rear guard shield. And it's such an awesome perk. Every time I run Phantom, I always run this. I never run any other perk besides this one. Europa, kill 10 enemies after they damage your rear guard shield. Same property. As soon as you see someone, shooting at your shield, turn around, do a jump shot, and lay those bastards low. Sand Dune, kill 2 enemies with a single activation of Pulsar 25 times. Hardcore was my friend for this one. Just because I was able to do this a lot quicker. I mean, I wasn't getting the hit markers that I was in core mode when I was doing this challenge. So keep that in mind. That just worked for me. If you're a better core mode player, chances are you'll be able to get this. But it has to be within the first second or two. As soon as you ping them, you have to get those kills, because even if they remain pinged, what I mean by pinged is highlighted. You'll notice what I'm talking about when I say pinged, or when you pulse them out. When you pulse them out, they're gonna kind of turn like a brightish yellow, and you'll be able to see them through the walls and stuff. But it has to be within the first 2 to 3 seconds, I think, because after that it doesn't count. But you'll notice once you do it, once you get the kills, it'll say omniscient, OMNISCENT, omniscient, and that's how you know. If you get 2 omniscient medals, you've done the challenge correctly. Mantis, kill 2 enemies with a single activation of Pulsar 10 times. And and that's how you, it's the same property. You'll just get, once you pulse them, they'll turn yellow. You have to get those first kills when the first, I think it's, actually, I don't even think it's 3 seconds. I want to say it's 2 seconds. Like, you have to get these things. So right as you're rounding a room that is heavily fortified, run it. Throw a couple shock grenades or jammer grenades or stun grenade or blackout grenades, and then hit your pulsar, and that you might actually get it a lot quicker then. So just something to think about. Multicam, get 50 melee kills while using active camo. Once again, use your knife if you're trying to go for your black sky knife, and this will be another good thing to utilize while doing this thing. Tundra, 25 melee kills while using active camo. Just another way to use your knife. You don't have to use your knife. If you're going to gun butt them, that'll work too. Now this challenge, I saved this challenge for last because this challenge, in my opinion, is the second hardest challenge in the game. The first one being the 10 4 pieces with Synaptics Reaper. The third hardest is Merc's double bull charge kills. As I said, this one, the only map that I found worked for this one is Skydock, along the left side where there's that huge place where you can kind of jump into B, or where you can jump into that middle room. But right along that area, you have to be at those camping, those head glitch spots in order to utilize it. But, so before you round that corner, make sure that you know that there's people there, or just kind of hold your spot when your ballista is activated. And try to get them when they're kind of rushing that side, because you might get a double kill. Chances are you probably won't, but it happened almost a few times on that map. But anyways, so it is kill 2 enemies with a single ballista shot 1 time. However, the best map that I found, and it's actually a map that is not in rotation because of all the glitches they have in it right now, it's Genesis. Genesis, now the spot that I'm talking about, is against the very back of the map. There are 2 sets of stairs. One is kind of closer to the left side. There's a left set of stairs and a right set of stairs. You want to go up to the right set of stairs, and at the very top there's this little crate that you can kind of hide behind. You actually want to be on the innermost left side of those particular stairs, And kind of on the very far end of the map, you're going to see where people can run down. They can take a left to go by that giant red room, or they can kind of, it's that spot where they're running to run down. So once they kind of round that corner and to go down the steps, you'll see a bunch of people, and some of them will rush down towards you, and some of them will rush down the steps. Keep your ballista, just keep it, just be very focused on what you're doing, especially when you're at that particular spot, because that's actually where I where I was able to do mine. I did mine live. You can go to Squirrel with a Gun, Granite body camo and how to, and you'll see it at the very end of the video. Just take a look at that video, because that spot is where I did it. It only took me, I don't know, a couple tries of having to do it on this particular map. Once again, Hyper Team Deathmatch is going to be your best friend with these particular challenges, especially like the ones, where they're just a little bit more difficult, like Synaptics Reaper, the bull charge, because you'll be getting bull charge every several seconds or so. I don't know how much it is, but overclock is going to be, once again, your guys' best friends. Run overclock, run blind eye with everything. I always run blind eye and overclock with my particular classes while doing these challenges, just because I don't want to be getting taken out by some assholes, hardened sentry or micro turret. So just keep those things in mind. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this, but we'll kind of go over, like, maybe I'll show what each and every single rig looks like with there's gold. I'll do this real quick. Diamond, which I think looks badass on him. I think everything actually looks really good on Warfighter. There's Solar. Black Sky looks just amazing as usual. Gold looks really good on him. Although I find the gold almost has a copper type look to it, but whatever. Diamond looks really, really good, especially with this. It looks really good against a Steel Dragon. Solar. And Black Sky. Gold for Synaptic. Diamond for Synaptic. Doesn't really look as good, to be honest. I don't really like it as much. The Solar looks better for this one. I don't know why. It just kind of complements some of the reds and stuff in the paint of its body. And Black Sky. Gold for the FTL. Looks pretty good. Looks better really than any other camo aside from Solar. Diamond I don't really feel looks as good. It's not very noticeable. I don't know. Solar, as said, I feel that this looks the best with this particular rig, Black Sky. Yeah, I like it a lot. And then Striker. Gold looks pretty good for him. I don't mind it. Diamond actually looks really good for this particular one. I don't know why. I just love it on him specifically. Solar looks really good on him as well. And then Black Sky. Gold looks actually really good. I think all the camos look really good on Phantom. He's probably my favorite. He's been my favorite one. I've been rocking him the longest. Diamond looks really, really good. Yeah. Solar. Just looks like a little fire porcupine. It's pretty cool. And then black sky. Even though on some maps it's not very noticeable, I still just kind of like the way it looks. It's very subtle, but it complements against those little spikes and this ballista. It looks very foreboding. But anyways, guys, please like, please subscribe. I hope that this has been helpful. If there are any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below. If there's any, I am more than happy to help you guys out. So, guys, I am Squirrel with a Gun. If I can do this, so can you. Peace out.